You can find our podcast by searching Big Brother Sports Talk on the Anchor app, Google Play, Spotify, and of course, Apple Podcast.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat.
Yeah, so if you're at work right now, you should go up to your manager and be like,
I quit. I'm done. I need to hear this podcast. That's it for me.
I was thinking maybe going, maybe like a break. Big Brother Sports Talk. Today's going to be a special episode.
You get an hour break. I mean, you get like a little 30 banger, quit your job right now.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Big Brother Sports Talk, and on today's episode, we're coming to you live from the Pleasantville Recreational Center with professional boxer, CEO, top contender, Mr. Dark Places, Thomas CornFlake Lamanna, man. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So we can get into it. I just want to start off really quick. The other day on your Instagram, a lot of people might not have saw it, and you put boxing is prize fighting and not pride fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Could you break that down for a lot of people who?
Yeah, man. Well, boxing, fighters, they risk their lives when they go into the ring. You know what I mean? And I was more so because I see a lot of these promoters that get mad when fighters don't want to fight certain fights.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So, but I firmly believe it's because those promoters or those matchmakers, they're just lazy. They don't want to do their job. They don't want to go out and find somebody else. They're always mad at a fighter for not taking the fight to make their job easy.
All right.
You know what I mean? And especially when you're at like a high level, you gotta pick and choose what you're gonna do. Like there's certain fighters that can't afford another loss.
Yeah.
There's certain fighters that can't afford a loss, period. You know what I mean? And so you just gotta look at boxing like it's prize fighting. You're fighting for that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not fighting for, if you wanna, fighters fight. So if you wanna say, oh, I'm fighting just for GP, cool.
Yeah.
But you gotta get paid. You gotta make sense too.
Yeah, that's very true. And talking about fighting, November 16th is gonna be the next fight for you, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Could you tell us something? Next opponent is Mighty Mike. I don't want to kill his name or nothing.
Mighty Mike Arnudis.
Right.
He November 16th at the ShowBoat, right in Atlantic City.
Where can they get their tickets?
Rspboxing.com.
All right.
You know what I mean? I've known Mike for a while. I know of him. Okay guy. He used to train here at the Rec. I seen him at the PAL a couple times. I sparred him for like maybe one round when I was like 16 years old. You know what I mean? So it was actually here at the Rec. We sparred like one round. And so other than that, I don't really know that much about him. You know what I mean? I know he's a southpaw, which means he's left-handed.
All right. Well, we're going to get into that right at the end. I have a few questions about your next fight at the end.
Okay,
But let's jump right into some questions.
Yeah.
I have, as a lot of people are, they're more casual boxing fans, I would think. Like, and I'm not the biggest boxing freak, but real quick, I know you probably want to talk about more than anybody else.
No, I talk about anybody.
The Triple G Canelo, the last fight.
Yeah.
Could you tell me the breakdown on that? Because how I felt is not how a lot of other people felt.
How did you feel?
I thought it was a draw.
First time or the second time?
I thought the second time was more of a draw than the first time.
Really? Who'd you got winning the first time?
Triple G.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we talked about this.
No doubt.
You're a boxing man.
Yeah.
When you watch the fight, you watch it completely different than anybody else.
I thought Canelo outboxed him. I'm one of the very few people that think Canelo won the first fight.
All right.
Okay. I thought he outboxed him. He died off at the end, and Triple G came on and stuff like that. So he might close the show. But there's a 12-round fight. You got to win. It goes by rounds. You know what I mean? Just because somebody closed the show, that don't mean you won the fight. Because for all that, the one draw I had, I felt I would have won that because I closed the show. But it was a draw anyway. But the second fight, hands down, Canelo looked magnificent, if you ask me. He backed him up. He outboxed him. He outlanded him. He outpowered him. You know what I mean? He moved him around. You know what I mean?
You would say he controlled the second fight.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely the second one.
All
First one is very close. People will say that was a draw. They say Triple G won. But, I gave Canelo the first one and hands down gave him the second one.
All right, to wrap on, do you think they'll fight again? Do you think there's one more, or do you think that's it?
I think they will for the money. That's the biggest fight for both of them.
And to go right on that, perfect segue to this next thing, the Canelo deal that he did sign, how monumental is that for boxing in general? Does that help everybody, or is that only because it's him?
I think it shows people about the platform that the Zone is. The Zone's the company that
that
signed with him. Yep. So it shows fighters like, yo, the Zone's for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that was a major contract.
Yeah.
That's what was it? It was one of the
million.
biggest. I think it's the biggest sports contract ever, right? Something like that.
Look, it's like this. When you got Floyd Mayweather who makes 30-something million a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to Canelo making 35, whatever. And that's just that's just on his purses and stuff. That's not sponsors. That's not.
Yeah.
There's no more pay-per-view revenue splits.
Okay.
So it definitely just killed the pay-per-view market. That's what it did.
Oh, that's what he. So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
with that, there's no purse in that deal.
No, that's his personal.
Oh, the contract that he signed is the purse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over like 35 million. Let's just say if that's what it is. It's broken down into 11 fights.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now he's on the Zone, which is an app where you pay like $10 a month.
Oh, it's like a streaming subscription
all
or
it
something
is.
like that.
That's all it is. So, but now there's no more. Pay-per-view.
So there's no like, if we get so many buys, we're still gonna make more money on
Well,
that.
you look at it like this. I'm a big Eddie Hearn fan. Eddie Hearn, like, is kind of like the lead promoter in the Zone.
All right.
And so I watch his videos all the time. And when you look at it, it's just simple numbers. It's easy. Canelo Alvarez being the popular star that he is, the Zone could probably get close to 1 million subscribers just off of Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
At $10 a month.
They're making more money than him in it. Like
they're making more.
Okay.
Look at the ROI that they're getting.
Yeah.
Spending 35, 40 something million on Canelo.
Yeah.
And now they're getting the ROI on that.
Yeah.
We're talking $120 a year times 1 million people, let's call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's only getting that one time. Yeah.
That's just for that person.
Yeah.
Now look, the Zone, they also cover, mind you, Eddie Hearn's deal is $1 billion deal.
Okay.
So, they got to recoup somehow.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So to get right into you, we want to start off on our first question is, when did you start boxing and when did you fall in love with boxing?
So I fell in love with boxing. I fell in love with boxing basically from the time I could remember, 7 years old, because I was born into the business. My father was a manager for a very long time. So, I don't know if you know about Ray Mercer. He's the last Olympic gold medalist, heavyweight of America.
Okay.
That was my roommate basically. We lived together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was just like I was born into boxing, so I just fell in love with it.
Okay, so it came natural in a sense.
So then when I started boxing when I was about, I'd say 12 years old, about 12 or 13 years old.
All right.
It was with Marvin Johnson.
All right, I remember Marvin.
From school and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started with him, and I just fell in love with it. Like really, really fell in love with it. My parents didn't want me to fight neither.
Yeah.
And I just stayed with it.
All right, yeah, definitely. Besides boxing, what's another sport did you enjoy? Like to play, watch?
I played for football. I played basketball, baseball. I did all that. I just wasn't good at it, and just stuck with boxing.
Okay, yeah. So that's your one and only
yeah,
love.
basically. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like
because there are a lot of athletes that say, a lot of sports athletes are really talented in multiple sports, and then they kind of had to pick. Mm-hmm. So, that's the only reason we wanted to get into it.
I mean, I look at basketball, baseball, football, you got teammates.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to be better than you no matter what, and you're going to be better than somebody else.
Yeah.
And boxing, it's just you. All you got is you.
Yeah.
You lose, you lose. You win, then you win.
There's nobody to blame. There's
100%.
nobody to point.
So that's why that kind of fit me more.
Yeah, it makes sense. And go back on the one thing that you said, that boxing is prize fighting instead of pride fighting. Mm-hmm. Since becoming a father, how does that change the way that you look at boxing and life in general? Because you do put your life on the line every night that you go out there, and now you have to come home to a family.
Amen. Yeah, man. I told my girl this. I look at everything different in life, in boxing. Everything's different now because of the baby. Yeah. It's crazy. I think before I speak, 100% now. You know what I mean? I don't make no bad choices, no false choices before thinking about her. You know what I mean? So it definitely, and then getting to the prize fight and the money thing, I'm just smarter now, man. Like this fight here, it's for the state title against a guy that's originally from Greece, but he resides in Atlantic City.
All right.
So it's for the New Jersey state title. That would hopefully get me and catapult me to something nationally. I'm already world ranked, number 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm just hoping to just like in 2019 I get boosted up. You know what I mean?
And take it to that next level.
Exactly.
Right.
And then that's when you gotta be smart. Cause really, honestly, I'm a fighter that I could easily stay in Atlantic City, build my record up. Me and my family, we promote our own shows, so I could do whatever I want, really.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth fighting for pennies. You know what I mean? Sometimes I had to coming up, I had to fight for nothing. Because I was paying to get me to where I'm at, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now I just look at it as, hopefully with a win next Friday, it will catapult me to something where I could then make the right decisions and get with the right people and make the right moves to eventually get me what I want, which is that bag.
Yeah, and what you said earlier about some people can't afford another loss.
Right.
Some people need to box and get a win and build it up and build to get to that prize
Build
fight
their
in
profile
a sense.
up,
Yeah. For the casual boxing fan, next question:
Right.
Who would you compare yourself to? Like, let's say, Thomas Lamanna is.
You know what, man? Everybody asks me that. I'm me. I don't. I have a lot of fighters that I watch. I never heard of fighters like Mark Breland before. I didn't know who he was until like a couple months ago. You know what I mean? He's one of the greatest fighters that probably ever did it. You know what I mean? I kind of do. I'm watching him. I kind of sort of do mimic him a tad bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't say that. So I just tell everybody, I'm just me. You know what I mean? I do a lot of studying, a lot of research, but I'm also big into adjusting and making adjustments in a fight, regardless.
Yeah.
So
Make the adjustment. That's in like every sport. People make
Gotta
excuses.
make
People make excuses. You got to make an adjustment.
Yeah,
That's number one thing. And to go on you being you, I know I watched an interview a while ago, and I kind of like the answer that you said, and I kind of want you to elaborate a little bit more. Where'd you get the nickname CornFlake from? Because I did see one. I think you did one when you went out to see, I think, Floyd and Pacquiao in Vegas. Some guy walked up and asked you, and you kind of gave an answer.
Yeah. You ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, of course.
The character CornFlake.
Okay.
So basically what it is, me being the only white person and a black person, predominantly black person.
Like minority
sport.
Hispanic.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's really what it is. Just like CornFlake, the only white person on Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
My man Brian just, we were just cracking jokes one day, and talking about CornFlake from Fresh Prince, and it's like a month later, I had CornFlake embroidered on my trunks. I'll never forget it.
Do you like cornflakes?
I don't.
You
know
don't?
what I mean?
All right.
No, I'm a Foster freak type of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if CornFlake want to sign a deal.
I've been trying to get up with Kellogg's for years, but they just don't want to cut that check.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It is what it is.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because I would say you have 26 wins, 2 draws, and a loss.
Yeah.
You're kind of a vet, right?
I'm definitely a vet.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5? You want to take that next step?
I'll be definitely done in boxing in 5 years.
You'll be
100%.
done?
I'll be done boxing, 100%.
Is that because you would want to accomplish everything you want, or just?
Bro, I was done. I retired. I laid my gloves in the ring.
That was back in 2012, right?
No, it was last year.
Okay.
August. I fought August 18th, just recently.
Yeah.
August 19th of 2017, I had a fight when I won my WBC belt.
Yeah, that was like the Latin belt or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, congrats on that.
Thank you. When I won that, I announced my retirement on spot. I was done.
I remember that. I was
done.
I remember it was in the paper. There was a little coverage.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was genuine. That was like it really because the struggle. Like I didn't want to do it no more. It wasn't worth it. I wasn't getting nowhere in my career. I was just tired of all the ups and downs and the lies and the everything. You know what I mean? And so it's a hard game. You know what I mean? And then it's a lot of sacrifice too. It kills me now that even. God, thankfully I get to go home to my daughter and shit now, but it's like still I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? It's just like it's all out the out the way. It's all out the way. You know what I mean? I spend time away from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard, and so I've been doing it for so long anyway too. So I say by 3 years I'll be 27 Monday. In 3 years I'll be 30. I'm out.
Yeah. 30 years.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think I'll be now. Look, if I'm making crazy bread each fight,
it might be different. Yeah,
100%.
the outlook. Yeah.
But I feel I already accomplished a lot in my own.
Yeah,
my own world.
Yeah, what you feel, and that's kind of very important. You're
that's
not gonna
really what matters.
Yeah, because you're not gonna chase all. Some people are, of course, no matter what you do, if you win every title in the world, Thomas, people are gonna say what?
Always something.
He should have did. He didn't fight this guy. He
Always
should
got
have did
something
that.
to say.
No matter what.
It's
So
always something, and that's what kind of led me back into like, it just blows my mind when just people always make. It's like, come on, man. And I work on the promotion side. Again, me and my family, we have Rise and Star Promotions.
Yeah,
I know what it's about.
he is the CEO of
Rising
Stars.
exactly.
Yeah,
But I'm also, and what makes me separate is I'm a fighter first.
Yeah.
So I understand if you say no to a fight, and it's within reason. I don't expect fighters to. Not every fighter's the same. Not everybody stays in the gym constantly and is in shape and always fight ready. No, every fighter's not that. Because some fighters are, you know what I mean. But when people expect for a fighter to, here's my thing. Okay, I know I'm keep going back and forth, but this is what really
you're good, man.
screws me up.
You're good.
It's the people that always got something to say that never fought a day in their life.
Yeah, that's
it's always that.
That's with everything.
And it's always like, oh, real fighters fight. Oh, it's always one excuse after another. How do you know that one fighter didn't just have a crazy death in the family he didn't want to tell you about, and he's 20 pounds overweight because he's depressed?
Yeah.
What if you know if his daughter, you know what I mean? I don't know. Don't got no milk in the fridge. You know what I mean? Oh well, he needs money and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's not about that. It's principle. What if he got work he can't really get off? You know what I mean? And people talk about, oh, this is your career. Man, the dude's 2 wins and 6 losses. This is this his career?
Yeah.
It looks like a hobby to me. You know what I mean? And if he got a full-time job, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's just how I look at it.
You can't expect that guy to.
Exactly. So
he's given enough already.
That's what I'm like. Look, so I always look at it as long as it's within reason. And now if a man just says straight up, look, nah, I can't beat him. I ain't gonna fight him. I respect it. It's cool. You have your own thing. I ain't gonna call you like a punk or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But that will be like the only thing where if you want to go on a rant about what you fighting for, if you're scared of somebody, like I ain't scared of nobody but God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already took 2 losses. It is what it is.
You know how that feels, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know how it feels, and I ain't worried. Again, I ain't worried about nobody no more. I was scared to lose my first L just for GP. I mean, lose my O just for GP.
Yeah.
But now, since I got 2 of them.
Yeah, now you know how it feels.
Exactly.
Now, after you got that first loss, how did you take that? It was like, was that like is that a good thing that happened to you? Did you think you came back?
Yeah, I mean,
10 times better, or you think?
I look at so. Yeah.
And that was on ShowBox. I mean, we threw a party at my aunt's house.
Oh, for real?
We came out. We had a bunch of friends over. We were cheering for you. That was a tough fight for you, man.
It was really tough.
Very tough fight.
I seized the moment. I took advantage of the opportunity. Fighting on Showtime. Fighting another undefeated fighter. I went up 2 weight classes to fight him. You know what I mean? The money was great. You know what I mean? It was just like I had enough time to train for it. I felt as though I could have beat the guy. I still to this day think I'm a better fighter than him. He was just bigger than me.
I was gonna say he looked heavier.
He was just so much bigger than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you stuck in there. You stuck in there.
I did the best I could.
You went the whole bout, right?
Well, no. That was.
Oh, that was with the knee, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you take a knee and they said it was a takedown?
Yeah.
I remember that. It was something weird and funny about the end of that fight.
That was my second loss. It went the distance, and that was just controversial. Whatever. But yeah, to answer your question, I think it was something really good that happened to me because, I was getting, mind you, so I turned pro in high school, Mike. You know what I mean? I remember. I had 2 pro fights in high school. I had my 3rd fight like 2 or 3 days. No, it was about 4 days after we graduated. I fought that Wednesday after we graduated. I believe we graduated on a Thursday or a Friday. So however many days that is, 4 or 5 days. I had my 3rd pro fight. Okay. So I was like already into it. Man, I'm just this 19-year-old kid in high school making $2,000 a fight. Oh, doing this, doing that. I'm thinking I'm the shit. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good all the way up until I was 16-0. That's when I had my first loss. It brought me back down to reality, which I needed that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really needed that. Then after that, I went on to win, I believe, 5 or 6 more. Then I fought my man Dusty. We fought, I lied to you now. You could check my phone. I talked to Dusty about half hour today before I even got here. That's my man for life. That's my boy. But we had to it's a business. It's prize fighting now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We fought for a USPA title. That winner gets into the world ratings.
Okay.
It was another opportunity to fight on TV. It was good pay for both of us. And we look, it was a 50-50 fight. We were both in the same weight class and everything, and it was a rumble. People thought it was a really great fight. They still to this day want to see it again. It won't happen no more because now it don't. If it would have happened, if it were to happen again, it should have happened 3-4 months after the first one.
Okay,
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I also look at it like this. So I have two. I don't call them losses. I call them lessons.
Yeah.
And even with my draw with Bracero, I felt everybody and their mother thinks I won that fight. But again, that's whatever. Even with Bracero, who's a draw, he's a world-rated guy. Antoine, unfortunately, went on to – he did good things. He beat a couple more guys. He fought on Showtime, the real platform. Yeah. He fought on HBO. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars. God bless him, right? Yeah. But then he got knocked off. He got knocked out. He got hurt. You know what I mean? He's just, like, not the same person. Yeah. He's not the same – I'm talking, like, personally, forget boxing. He's not the same person in life no more. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's bad. It's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hope he's doing all right, but then even Dusty. So me and Dusty fought 2 years ago. He ain't had one fight since. He cracked into the world ratings. He got to like number 14 or 15 in the world. He was with Rock Nation. Rock Nation did nothing with him. And he hasn't fought in 2 years.
So do you think that hurts you?
No.
Or that helps your case or hurts your case? Because these are the people that, like, if let's say you lose to a world, like the guy, let's say you would have lost and one of these guys come out to be world champs, would that help you kind of, or does that matter? Does that matter or nah?
Yeah, I mean, look, Dusty made a joke saying today, look, man, keep winning. You making me look good. You know what I mean? Because you know, he beat me. Yeah. But, you know, like with Antoine, Antoine still won like 2 or 3 fights after. Yeah. He was still climbing the ladder. He fought on HBO, fought on Showtime. He just lost to a guy that, he just lost to a guy that's better than him. There's always going to be somebody that's better than you. Yeah. And he just lost to 2 guys that were just better than him and physically stronger than him, and they're grown men. Antoine's a kid still, 21, 22. Oh, if I'm 20, oh, shit. I'm about to be 27. He has to be 24, 25 then. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the time when he lost to them, he was still a kid, 22, 23 years old, fighting grown men. Yeah. So, and now with Dusty, he's still undefeated. He's 30-0. You know, he's coming back. I think he's gonna beat this guy. He's gonna fight. Then he's going to come back and beat more guys, I believe, because he told me his plan, which is a good plan for him. And, you know, maybe it'll make me look better because the world's seen the fight because it was on TV. Yeah. If you watched it, you've seen it. You know what I mean? Because it was on TV. You didn't have to be there to see it. And they know how competitive it was, and they still to this day talk about it, even in his press releases. Dusty was coming off of a highly, you know, like, back and forth battle, you know, with Thomas Lamanna for the USBA title. So, like, they know I'm still in that picture. Yeah. So, I mean, does it hurt? You know, I mean, in Dusty's case, I guess it benefits me because, you know, he'll go on to keep doing better and better. Yeah. But Antoine, he can't, like, sneeze at his career because he made it. He made money. He fought good guys. And, you know, look, he was supposed, at the end of the day, when you compare it on paper, when you look at it on paper, he's supposed to stop me and do what he did to me. He's supposed to. I'm be real. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is.
All right. So another thing is, do you have a favorite fight?
A favorite of my fight?
Yeah, like of all your bouts, do you have a favorite fight? Or one that's most memorable in a sense?
You know, I think the most memorable was when I won the WBC belt. Okay. I think that was it because, you know, that was like a real accomplishment, like a big accomplishment, winning that. And that, you know, even with the you know, the after, you know, me leaving my gloves in the ring, and it was like real emotional and stuff because, like, I still to this day swear to God that I was done boxing. Yeah. And then, you know, just the love of the game brought me back, and, you know, people finally acted right and they started doing the right thing.
Like on the business side, we're saying, like,
because, you know, look, I'm self-everything, bro. Yeah. I'm my own manager.
So that makes it 10 times harder to be.
Yes, 100%.
So you're independent, right?
I'm very independent. But now, again, that was a year ago. Even in 1 year, I've restructured like everything. So, like my parents take like a crazy load off of me. Yeah. My trainer Tommy, his wife Donna Duva is like, she's the one that kind of is like the brains behind Rising Star because she has so much experience. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I built a really good team around me to where now it's not 100%. I'll be honest, but I could really like put a lot more focus and energy into training and fighting.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing. That you're like you said, you're a fighter.
I'm a fighter first. Yeah, and people gotta understand and respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
you can't be businessman, this, that, and this, and focus 100%
I
on
could
fighting.
do it on my off time. Like, the minute I get out that ring, I already know I'm going to go. The minute I get out that ring, I'm going to go in the locker room. I'm going to get changed. I'm going to drink a soda probably. And then I'm going to go with my mom, look at all the books and the checks, make sure everything's right.
Yeah.
As of now, up until this point, I have no idea what's going on with the show, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I live by no news is good news.
Mhm.
Nobody gonna bring me crazy nothing. You know what I mean? So
How does it feel to keep fighting in Atlantic City?
it's dope, man.
Like, because
It's
I
dope.
saw you tweet something or
Yeah.
you made it. You said that you're kind of helping Atlantic City come
Yeah.
back. Like, do you think it's that?
Yeah, no, and I felt we did, and of course,
With the ESPN fight, right? That was in Atlantic City,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's big.
So because I'm very fortunate and blessed I have a crazy. I don't know why people like me, but a lot of people like me,
Yeah.
and they come to watch me fight,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very fortunate for that. Very
Yeah.
fortunate for that, and that's what kind of allowed me to stay active with doing these shows and fighting because, it just kept me relevant.
Yeah.
The fans kept me relevant. But just all in all, fighting in Atlantic City, would it be in a really cool and big fight town? And headlining is dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. Can you describe to fans that have never been boxing? Can you take us in the ring during fight night? Like, what are you thinking when you're standing in the ring? Like, what's going through your mind? Is it keep it simple?
He gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Sorry, he gotta go. Get
Yeah.
him out of there. I know my knockout ratio and my even my style of fighting might not speak for that because I'm more of a pure boxer. I like keeping my distance. I like fighting smart. You know what I mean? I like picking shots. You know what I mean? Again, I bring the whole pride fighting quote into the ring too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rumble with you if I don't have to. I got shit. I want to go home at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna fight smart. But if I see my opening, I'm gonna take it. You know what I mean? But what do I think about, man? I don't think about nothing. I just zone out.
It's like you don't hear the crowd. You don't hear people yelling.
Obviously, you hear them, but it's very hard to stay focused. But you
Yeah.
gotta stay focused. Very hard to hear. Look.
Do you lock into your corner? Like, is it like?
Oh yeah. I
lock
listen
in
to one voice,
and that's it.
One voice, absolutely. You're the main trainer. I listen to the voice. You know what I mean? This is our second fight together, but we have an understanding that I'm not a remote control like fight night. I'm not like fight night round 5 or round 4, whatever it is, where you're controlling me. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes, the trainers see things outside the ring that I might not see. But it's flipped. I see things inside the ring that they don't see.
Maybe you're not doing this because you see this that they can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what we have a break for. I'm very I communicate a lot with my trainers. Like, and if we're in the corner, and he's telling me this, I'm like, look, but I see this. What you think about this? Because I see this. He'll be no, it won't work. Or you know what? But just make sure your hands are. Be smart. We communicate, which is awesome. But the communication to me is everything, man.
That's key.
Yeah.
That's key. So what do you think the future holds for you and your company? Because let's say you retire in 5 years. Do you want to keep promoting?
Yeah, that's why we started it. That's why I started it in 2015 to where now, when the time comes when I'm really done fighting,
Yeah.
Rising Star already have its brand, have its name. We have fighters. We have a model. We have a structure. And, because it was a lot of hard work. And it took away from my personal career, performance-wise, time-wise, financial-wise, all that. It took away from it. But, like, now when I look at it and, like, I look back and I see a finished product that obviously you just want to keep getting bigger and better and stuff. But you see a finished product and you say, damn, it's over. Cool. And, you know what I mean? It's worth it. The time was worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So.
I think you being a self-promoter does affect
Yeah.
you probably in the ring because you're there setting the ring up. You're there seeing.
Yo,
You have to oversee everything.
I haven't done that for a while, but in the beginning I was doing that. I told Tommy, yo, there was a time where I have a team of like my mom, dad, Donna, Christine.
Shout out to everybody though. Yeah, like
Facts. Yeah, shout out to my whole team.
Because like you said earlier, none of this happens without the strong support
Absolutely.
system.
So, but I have 6, but he's my right hand for life, and he like kind of was like the lead guy. I have 6 people on my Rising Star team. Okay. Every single one of them have a in particular job.
Yeah, have a role. Yeah.
In the beginning, I was doing all 6 of their jobs at once, while training, while making weight. I'm not a small dude. I'm a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Especially making it for making 147.
Yeah.
It's hard. You know what I mean? I'm making weight. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'll never forget it was one show. This is show number 14. But one show at the Claridge. Shout out to the Claridge, because that's basically where I like.
I
had
thought
my
you threw
stomping
a
ground.
couple. You
10.
threw like a
10.
whole group
Yeah,
of them through there.
It was
Yeah.
a series. It was 8. So we got AC Fight Night Series that was at the Claridge, and now at the ShowBoat we got Boardwalk Boxing.
All right,
So it's
that's pretty
dope.
cool. Yeah.
So, but one show at the Claridge is when I actually did contribute and setting the ring up while I was still fighting. That was
gotta be
one
tough.
time, but that was a little over. Oh yeah, setting up chairs.
That's tough.
I was hit, man. But you know what? I did it. To show people, don't get it twisted. I don't need you.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. I'm cool. You know what I mean? But just show leadership. At the end of the day, you gotta show leadership somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just do it, or I'll cuss you out.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just do
Because
it.
some people will complain rather than do it themselves, and they'll just
100%.
let it fall apart.
100%.
Some people will give up and let it fall apart.
100%.
But kind of one of my last few questions. We're gonna do like 2 or 3 segments, so we're gonna do all these questions and all that. Do you think we'll ever see a CornFlake fight in Las Vegas, the Mecca? Is that in the works already, or
No, but I think so. I mean,
would that be a dream come true?
yeah, I would definitely have to fight a big fight in Las Vegas. But I tell everybody, I dream it, I envision it, and it just does. Stuff just doesn't pop. Stuff like this just don't pop into your head without it maybe being a reality. I see me fighting Terrence Crawford,
Yeah.
who's probably, other than, I think Errol Spence beats him, but the number 1, number 2 welterweight in the world. I see me fighting Terrence Crawford at the Ocean Resort in Atlantic City for the title in 2019.
Like
That's what I see.
I love how you like that you're in Atlantic City.
Yeah,
That's so great.
because it's right here.
They need it. You're a
Yeah.
local South Jersey guy, man.
But that's what I see. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm world rated in the sanctioning body that he's the world champ at. He's
Yeah.
WBO welterweight champion. I'm number 12 in WBO.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Look, he just fought the number 14 guy. Why can't I be?
Yeah,
that?
you said you're the 12,
I'm
right?
12 guy,
guy,
that's a politic thing.
okay.
It was
All right.
the number 14 guy was another top ranked fighter who promotes Crawford. So it's a politic thing. I ain't worried about that. But it just shows me that could happen, and I just been envisioning it for some reason, because all the big fights that people want to see, everybody wants to see Crawford and Spence. Everybody wants to see, the Porters, Thurmans, Danny Garcias fight the Spences, the Crawfords, the Mikey Garcias, and all them. You want that whole big circle fight because they're the top guys. I get it, respect, cool, but all them fights can't happen at once. People gotta fight certain people.
Yeah.
But while they're knocking each other off, and Errol Spence is gonna fight this guy, and Danny Garcia is gonna come back and fight this guy, and blah 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 blah. Here you go. You got CornFlake creeping up.
Yeah.
Crawford need a fight. Shoot, maybe in 2-3 months I get boosted up to number 7, 8 in the world. Why not?
Sounds like
That's
a good
how I
idea.
look at it. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it. I'm not sitting here saying that's in the works, because it's not. I just envision
That's what you're
it.
envisioning. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you see coming
Yeah.
in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you speak some words of wisdom to some young boxers out there? Because
Yeah,
boxing is a hard game. That's
Yeah.
not like, I don't think my mom and dad would have sent me out there and like, yo, go box. Hey, I'm Puerto Rican. That's like part of our culture.
Absolutely.
You got to play baseball or you got to box if you're Puerto Rican. Like
Right.
that's kind of like the only option
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
Do you have any words of wisdom for those young
You know-
guys and their parents that, hey,
that want to box.
Yeah, they want to box.
Man, look, don't ever, because it's a lonely game. It's a lonely sport, because all you got is you, and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no whatever. It's you, and you. You don't have I'm not a quarterback that has a wide receiver to throw the winning touchdown to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stick with it. You don't ever get discouraged. You're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get hit. People are always gonna tell you you can't do it, or you can't beat this guy, or why you fighting this guy. If you're scared of hard work, if you're scared of sacrificing, if you're scared of doing things and going into like a dark zone that like you've never envisioned yourself going into, just don't do it. Just save yourself the time and energy. But if you feel you built for that, you just go for it and just don't ever look back.
Yeah.
You control your own destiny in this gym, in the ring, and in your career.
Especially in boxing, like you said. It's you.
Yeah.
So we got another segment coming up. This is a segment that this is our first time, and this is our first interview, so we want to thank you.
No doubt.
Me and Daireck's in the Navy now, so I wish Daireck was here. So shout out to everybody.
Daireck who, Hatton?
Yeah, Daireck.
Word?
This is the podcast with Daireck.
Oh, that's what's up, yeah.
So, but he's in the Navy, so we got to keep it going somehow.
No doubt.
So this is the next segment. It's called Rapid Fire. So we want to, we're going to ask you this and that questions and we're going to keep it like real short.
I'll do it.
Nike or Adidas?
Adidas, man. Shout out to Adidas, bro.
All right, you want to elaborate on that one?
Yeah, no, the one of my sponsors, Adidas Boxing, Adidas, man, they're dope. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. They hooked me up. They give me all my training equipment. They sent me a package of clothes one time. You know what I mean? They're cool. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool to get on the Adidas social site. People, like on my social media, I gained a lot of followers just off of social media and shit like that. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to Adidas.
Yeah. Water or Gatorade?
Gatorade. I mean, I guess Gatorade. Even though I drink like close to 2 gallons of water a day, I gotta say Gatorade for the flavor.
Right. All right, steak or chicken?
Steak.
Steak. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Going with Jordan. Cornflakes or Wheaties?
Nah, man, gotta go cornflakes just for GP.
Yeah, cornflakes.
Neither.
Yo, cornflakes.
Cornflake. Yeah.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Favorite day of the week?
Payday.
Yeah. Whatever
Payday.
that falls on.
Yeah. So I don't know, Friday, Saturday, I guess.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah. What's your last Halloween costume? If you
Bro, I don't even remember, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa. I think I was like a WWE wrestler, I think. I think so, yeah. I don't even remember.
Dressed up like Stone Cold or The Rock or
I think
something like that.
My daughter went, she didn't go, she's only 5 months, but she had a little Snow White. Next year, I'll definitely dress up as something. We'll dress up as something.
Dress up something together, yeah.
Yeah.
How many pull-ups can you do?
Shit. I probably bang out like a good, I don't know. In shape or out of shape?
whatever answer you want to say.
I don't know, like I'm safe for saying 50 just to be
50?
cool. Yeah, just to be cool. Just over cool, under I'm safe for 50.
50?
Just right. if I can go over cool, but I ain't.
Favorite genre of music?
Rap.
Rap.
Hip hop, R&B, rap.
And we skipped this question earlier. Do you have any song in mind to walk out to? Did you pick that out yet?
I think I'm gonna come out to Kevin Gates, either Let Us Sing or Vouch.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come out to some Gates.
All right, that's dope.
I'm gonna come out to some Gates.
Yeah. So if you're listening,
yeah,
when you hear that Kevin Gates,
yeah,
what you always say, dark places.
Dark places, yeah.
Dark places when you hear that Kevin Gates.
I'm gonna come out to some Gates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Kevin Gates. It's all right. So November 16th, next fight. What's your prediction?
Wow, November 16th, man. My prediction is to become the New Jersey State welterweight champion, man. That's like that's a big accomplishment that I never thought I would have because there's only 2 or 3 other welterweights from New Jersey that would meet the criteria along with myself to fight for that title, and one of them's like a brother. Would never happen. And look, the other 2 just don't really have. I think one retired, and then the guy that beat the guy that retired, I just don't feel he would match well with me. He doesn't have enough fights. You know what I mean? He took a long layoff. And look, it just wouldn't. I don't even see that fight happening either because that's kind of my boy. Yeah. His cousin's my boy too. It's a shame because I'll speak as a promoter. I promoted 2 shows that had a total of 3 state title fights. One of them being Antoine, the kid that was just here. Yeah. He fought a kid from Atlantic City. He's from Atlantic City. They're both from Atlantic City.
He looked good.
Yeah, good. Unfortunately, he didn't win the fight. But he fought a kid from Atlantic City. But that was just like a bad beef going I had two heavyweights fight each other, and then I had the kid Chris Thomas from Tom's River fight a kid from Asbury Park. They kind of had not really beef, but like they had no problem fighting each other. With me, I kind of know everybody.
Yeah.
That's what you know what I mean. So and the other 2 or 3 welterweights were. It's kind of like where I couldn't fight him. I don't think. But then when Mighty Mike came back into the picture, came back home from Greece. It's like, look, I don't really know him. I don't got nothing bad against him.
Yeah.
But the match was made. He agreed to it. I agreed to it. And
did you reach out, or they reached out, or was it something that?
My father actually thought about it.
Okay.
He was like, well, what about Mighty Mike? I said, at this point, yeah. I mean, he has a big name. He fought for the world title before. He's, a former regional champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has the name. Ton of experience, veteran southpaw. Why not? And we could fight for the state title. That's what made me want to fight Mike the most.
When you heard that, when you heard state title,
because we had other options as well with guys with better records or, whatever. And he doesn't have a bad record. It's like 26-9 or something like that. It's not horrible, but we're looking at some guys like we had this one guy who was 33-0.
Oh.
And, I was like down for it, but then like visa issues, visa time, and visas takes a while. He's from Argentina.
Okay.
It took a while, visas.
What would it take for you to go down there?
No, it ain't enough money.
It's not. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I don't trust it either.
Okay.
I don't trust like I can knock him out and still lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't trust it. Nah,
Yeah.
I'd rather stay home. You know what I mean? Anyway, my prediction, man,
I know
a win.
You got a round or anything? Yeah, that's a little too crazy. We don't want to do anything.
I don't. Again, I fight smart. You know what I mean? If it was up to me, I say round 1. But it's just I have 9 knockouts. This will be my 30th pro fight.
That's what I said earlier. You're kind of a vet.
I'm a vet. Absolutely.
You're a young vet.
But I got 9. I only got 9 knockouts. So it's obvious I am a boxer. I am a I'm all about technique and playing smart.
Yeah.
We all know that. There's no secret.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I open, I hurt a lot of guys I fight.
Yeah.
I just can't close the show. You know what I mean? But we've been working on closing the show. So if a knockout comes, it comes great. But, I'm just preparing for a victory.
All right. So what do you think it's going to take to achieve that goal? Like
smart boxing, setting the pace early. I think I'm going to set the pace early. Make my presence known. I'm 6 foot, almost 6'2", at 147 pounds.
What's he at? What's his?
If I remember, I'd say 5'9", no more than 5'10".
Yeah, we could fact check it for you. We'll look into it.
Yeah, no more than 5'9". No, 5'10", no more than 5'9".
That's still a few inches.
Yeah, no, I got. And then SC, he fights small, shit like that. I fight tall. So I just stay exposed. But I think it's me being. I fight at 147, but rehydrate to 165.
All right.
I don't think he's rehydrating past 150.
Yeah, you're still gonna hold some weight that night.
I'll be much bigger
weight.
than him.
Yeah.
So expose that and make that known. Make my presence known from the rip.
All right. And another thing, I don't want to give anything away. Just say whatever.
That's all good.
What's an advantage for you? What's a disadvantage for you? What do you think he does that? Things like that.
To be honest, I think on paper. I just say on paper because I'm humble. You know what I mean? But on paper, I don't think he has. I think I have every advantage on paper.
Okay.
Maybe not.
This is with all due respect to the competition too.
No, of course.
Always, right?
He has a lot of experience though.
Yeah.
I'll give him the experience end. But I have experience too. I've been around.
Yeah.
I've fought in. See, and I haven't been in wars neither. He's been in wars. He's been cut up. He's been knocked out cold.
Yeah.
He's been beat up. He's been, just through a lot of wars.
Yeah, it takes a toll on the body.
And it takes a lot of tolls. So his experience is great, and I have decent experience too in the ring. But I haven't been in wars. I haven't been in wars. So I think on paper I have
that'll play to your advantage.
Definitely. Yeah. It's like deflating a tire. It's like, it's just like investing in the body. Eventually you keep investing in the body, the head gonna drop. You know what I mean? So you keep putting yourself through wars and your face is all cut up. I know scar tissue is like a napkin. I know it is.
Yeah.
Like, you could look at it and he might slit. You know what I mean?
So what happens if you win and you lift that belt? What happens after that? What's next?
Oh, man. Thanksgiving, Christmas.
You ready to eat?
Yeah, I'm ready to eat, man, because my birthday is Monday.
Yeah.
This Monday. I can't do nothing. I can't have no cake. You feel me?
It's got to be tough. I heard you. We were here for the interview for anybody. Well, for anybody listening, we were here during the training. There was a part where Thomas was hitting the bag. He finished up a little round. He said, "I want a cheeseburger."
That's all I thought about. Because here's the thing, too. I don't think about the fight. I don't think about the fight, period. Like, because at the end of the day, like, he keeps asking, so you got tape on this guy? No. Why? For what? For what? As long as I know your southpaw, your style of fighting, I don't need to watch. Because you're going to adjust every time. So I don't even, and also, I don't think about the fight because it will mentally drain you.
Yeah.
It'll mentally drain the shit out of you. You know what I mean? When you keep thinking about, oh, what you gonna do, or what could you do? You know what I mean? What could you do better than him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have to adjust.
Yeah, because what
regardless.
happens, you have this full-fledged game plan. You step in the ring.
And it won't happen. It'll be something completely different.
Yeah.
That's happened almost 100% of the time. Like when I fought Gabe Bracero, my draw. That was a fight where, like, I was nervous. I ain't gonna hold you. I was nervous because he was like a real vet. He's been at the top of the top. It was the best guy I ever fought. And I'm like, fuck, I'm really at this level now. Shoot. And we were planning on walking him down. That was the game plan.
Yeah.
Instead of outboxing him and winning. Okay. I think I have to go watch the fight again to really give you a clarified answer, but he might have outboxed me.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking he's gonna come forward to me. So it was like, and when we thought from watching his previous fights, he was gonna come forward.
Yeah.
Man, it was complete opposite. So when I say, oh, I want a cheeseburger, I think about all this stuff, not the fight. I think about food.
Yeah.
I think about, what am I gonna do when I get home? What Law and Order show I'm gonna watch? Something. You know what I mean? I just don't think about the fight because it would just really drain you. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you cut the cake, I could put, like, today was a light day. I actually wish we would have did more, but I mean my body needs a little rest. I want to get on the mitts for y'all and stuff, but my body needs rest. But no matter how you cut the cake, no matter how many rounds you do on the bag, the pads, no matter how many miles you run, whatever, right? You could run nothing, or you could be in the best shape of your life. At the end of the day, you got to fight. You have to fight. The fight's going to happen regardless. Yeah. So why are you going to why are you going to over?
That's like like a lot of athletes say that, like, in every sport. You know what they say? They, like, the kids, I'm out here just having fun. Like, because as soon as you overthink things, that's when things go wrong.
If you're not having fun.
Oh, I might make a mistake. I might do this. I might do this. This might happen.
Yeah.
What if he goes this way? What if he goes that way?
No. That's where adjustments come in.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun, then it's like you're miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who wants to and boxing takes so much sacrifice and struggle and
why add more to it?
Yeah.
Why add more to it? There's always light at the end of the tunnel. That's how I look at it.
Now, is there anything you want to say to the fans that are listening for the upcoming fight? Come out there.
Yo, man. Come out. Show love to Rising Star Promotions at the Showboat, November 16th. I'm fighting Mighty Mike Arnudis for the New Jersey State welterweight title. You know what I mean? It's a great undercard. A lot of local Philly guys, a lot of local Jersey guys. And the old slogan of Atlantic City boxing in Atlantic City is back. And I definitely. I'm not saying it to pity pat or pat myself on the back. I'm legit saying that Rising Star had a great amount to do with boxing being back in Atlantic City.
That's
you know what I mean? And we're just gonna keep it rolling. We do great cards. Every fight is matched evenly, and show love, man.
What a quick question. What's an advantage to fight with Rising Stars instead of other promotions?
Look, I'll say this. Chaz, he's a promoter as well, the fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a huge boxing fan, and I'm an even bigger club boxing. I'm a club show boxing fan.
Yeah.
Because it might be because I know 9 out of 10 of the fighters fighting, or they just produce the best fights. But me being a fighter first, I know what the fans want because I'm a fan as well. And I know fans they don't want to see World War III every fight because you have to have something to give to the fans each and every show. You can't put 8 fights on and they're all bangers. Yeah. And then what do you have to give to the next show or the next show? Because young fighters, especially 4-6 round levels, they're not going to keep fighting World War III's back to back to back. They're not going to have a career. Yeah. Prize fighting over pride fighting. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That goes back to that again.
Exactly. So what makes it different is, I feel Rising Star knows how to offer great show each and every time where it's not just fights, it's entertainment. We have rappers. We have, I have a celebrity round card girl coming in. You know what I mean? Like, I'll feature, maybe if it's not a popular or local or famous rapper or doing a performance, I might have a local Atlantic City person do the national anthem or something like that. Like, I just mix it up. It's always just a different jive.
It sounds like Rising Star is really about local.
It is.
South Jersey, and I love that. That's great.
It's a tri-state, primarily New Jersey and South Jersey. But tri-state, which is New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, shit like that,
So how does a boxer, if there's boxers listening, how do they get in contact with you?
Yo, just hit us up. We have on the Facebook page. I see so I don't really obviously I created, so I'm the admin, so I see everything. Yeah. But I have somebody running it. Yeah. But so I see everything coming in. We get requests all the time. Oh, I'm 7-0. I just got one today. Not today, yesterday. 7-0. I'm 126 pounds. I'm from Washington, D.C. Oh, word. Good stuff. We have a 126 pounder from Philly, Donald Smith. No love. Yeah. We got him. He's 6-0. Eventually, we can match y'all two up together. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's keep in contact. You know what I mean? And that's look. People respect when I say, look, I'm fighting. Let's talk after my fight. And I always keep I don't delete no messages, especially from the Facebook. I always go back and say, okay, I spoke to this guy. He has this. Maybe I can match him up with this guy. You know what I mean? This day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So but the Facebook, our website, Rspboxing.com. You know what I mean? You could contact us. And just. Social media is really the wave, though. I mean, I get a lot of connections off of social media.
It's super. It's very powerful. Thank you for everybody who's listening right now. This is Big Brother Sports Talk. If you haven't followed us yet, you can follow us on Twitter at BabyGomez06 and 856Philly. Do you have anything else you want to say to the fans, Thomas?
Man, look, I want to say thank you to you guys for coming out because I'm a big believer in all press is good press. I'm huge into that. And that's my promoter side talking. Even as a independent fighter, I'm huge into you got to market yourself, market your brand, and any press is good press. So I really appreciate you guys for coming out here.
We're honored to have you. Like I said, you're the first guest of the show.
What's up? Yeah.
So I think it's awesome that we got a local guy.
Absolutely.
And
always gotta keep it local.
Go buy your tickets. Where can they buy them again?
Rspboxing.com. RSP for RisingStarBoxing.com. Yeah, man. I just want to fight, honestly. So it's a week away from today. I'm good on weight. I had a light workout today. I'm gonna go for a nice run tonight. My last sparring session is tomorrow, and then it's just weight cut time. It's sauna suits and hot tubs and steam rooms and all that bull crap. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that will make or break. You want to be a fight? You want to do this, or do you not want to do this? Like you'll rethink life sometimes, and you'll think of about Jesus when you're going through weight cut.
I've seen it a lot of to go on a side the UFC fighters have a horrible time.
So see, they do stuff like.
What do you to say that? Mm-hmm. What do you walk around at? And what do you fight at? You said you fight at 140, so or would you be embarrassed to say what you walk around at?
I mean, I'm definitely far from the type of fighter that's ready to fight at any time. So, I mean, honestly, look, I'm a big dude, 174. I walk around.
Okay.
I like to peak in training camp at around 165, 163.
All right.
And then now, and I'm right on schedule. I'm actually a lot lighter than what I'm what I usually am,
Yeah.
which is good, I guess. But at around this time, I'm typically 160, 61.
All right.
59 at the lowest, 61 the highest. I'm probably like around 58, 57.
And you said you'll fight around 165, like the night of the fight.
I'll be 165 because that's where I want to. I don't want to be 175 in the ring because then I'm gonna be slow, fat, sluggish.
Yeah.
But when I start camp 6, 7 weeks out, I'll peak and I'll maintain 163, 165.
All right.
This way my body's accustomed to 163, 65 and I feel good.
Yeah.
Because all the weight I'm going to lose after is just water. That's why I do my overload. That's why you
Okay.
see me doing this water thing.
So that's why the next week will be
just cutting
lose all the
down.
water and then get it back the night up.
Because I'm not losing muscle. I'm not losing. And I'll do it while eating. I'll do it while sleeping properly. You know what I mean? With proper rehydration and all that stuff. I think I'll be good to go.
You think you're ready? Okay,
Alright.
so November 16th. Where's it at? What location?
ShowBoat,
Hotel.
the Bourbon Room. Shout out to all my sponsors if I can give my plugs in.
Yeah, plug them in right now. This is your time.
Adidas, Adidas Boxing. Definitely shout out to y'all. Calvi Electric, Gagliardi Insurance, KMH&L, Attorneys at Law. My man Mike Mamola. Shout out to my man Danny Provenzano too for that lookout. Lucille's Bakery. Shout out to my job, man. That's a lot of people don't know. So, huge shout out to Designer Wraps too.
Yeah.
Wow, Sean, my bad, man. That was my first real sponsor.
You've been riding with Designer Wraps for a while now.
Man, no, they've been riding with me. Man.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to Designer Wraps because I just got so much going on. But
You got a list right there?
I'm just making sure I'm cool.
If you got a
Calvi.
list, you can name them off and I can plug it.
I'm good. Yeah, that's gonna say because if I forgot anybody, I gotta check my bank because I didn't get my check. You know what I mean? But no, Designer Wraps, they've been riding with me since I want to say 2016.
When you fought in the Millville show, Designer Wraps was one of the sponsors.
That was my 10th fight. I don't even remember.
Could you see that happening again, or you think that might be?
They want me to fight. They do want me to fight there, and I'm more than willing to fight there.
How's the venue there? Is that a big venue, or you think?
Where we did it at, we did it in a garage, and
Like a hangar, right, or something like that? Or
it was like it was like a garage where it was at the racetrack, where they keep all their cars, like they'll keep all their cars and stuff. It was really only. I think they only kept maybe 400 or 500 people in there.
Okay.
Too small.
And what's gonna be on the 16th? How many?
I think there will be every bit of 1,500 people.
That's a great turnout, man.
Well, that's crazy.
That's a great turnout.
Especially when, I'm not gonna sit here and say all those people are for me, because we have other people on the card. They have their own fan bases. But when you're headlining a card like that, it really just makes you. Like, I could really sometimes just sit back, and I just be like, wow, this is truly this is dope.
It's a
And
blessing,
I'm
yeah.
very, very blessed for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but I tell you what, I want to fight. I put it this way, I want to fight in Millville before Las Vegas.
Oh, that's on the.
I would love to fight in Millville
Yeah.
again. Because when I fought in Millville, it was like my 10th pro fight.
Yeah.
I didn't really have like a name. I'm not saying I do now, but I didn't really have like a name. I wasn't not like that. But I think now that people understand that, this boxing thing's really like what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm, doing it at a high level. I think more people will come out this time than last time, and we'll get more recognition than it did the first time.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. But thanks for being on the podcast,
welcome,
man.
bro.
If you haven't yet, go follow Thomas. What's the Instagram?
Yeah, man. Official CornFlake Boxer on Instagram. Thomas CornFlake Lamanna on Facebook, or just my no, actually I maxed out. I can't have no more personal, but Thomas CornFlake Lamanna on Facebook.
We'll link everything in there. We'll talk about that, and we'll link everything that's in the description.
Mm-hmm.
This is Big Brother Sports Talk. This podcast was brought to you by the Pleasantville Recreation Center, located on 400 West Brighton Ave, Pleasantville, New Jersey. 609-484-3608 or 609-484-3627, and to reach them by email, recreation@pleasantville nj.us.